No matter what you love, it ain't perfect.
The reason that is such a great compliment is because that's one of, if not the, it might be the greatest sports TV show ever inside the NBA. It really might be. With that said.
Yeah, it took him a time or two to get to that with that said, because this is the biggest butt statement in the world. I mean, I like big
I wish this year it felt like they enjoyed basketball more than it feels like.
And I think he's being nice, because really this year is no different than other years. Just be real about it. It's being highlighted more, in part because we're seeing less of them, the minimizing that occurred going to the 4 letters. But more than that, we also have contrast. What's going on in Amazon, what's going on with their other partners. You're starting to see this everywhere, and you're like, looks pretty good. Positive. They can give out some great analysis and criticism, but still do it overall in a more positive sense. It seems like on inside the NBA, whatever happened, there's been a production alignment for the last several years where they go in and they keep going in, and that becomes the joke instead of coming out of that.
And I mean, that Lakers Nuggets before the game, Chuck sang like, I hope the Lakers lose because I can't, because he was preemptively angry at talk shows that were going to take the Lakers seriously. Like, well, if they're the 3 seed in what's considered the tougher conference, are people allowed to take them a little seriously? And then after the game, when they win, with Austin making that unbelievable play and then Luka hitting the game winner and Shaq saying, good teams don't need that. Like, what are we doing?
Man, great living example. You know what's interesting? I think I draw from this is, and it's easy to lose your way in conversation or even in a show like, this is what this is. Like, you let all of a sudden the cart get in front of the horse. The jokes are great. I mean, what makes the show go is the banter. What makes it go is when they're off the rails, off the script. They're just up there. What doesn't is when all of a sudden we forget why we're here in the first place. It's not the script and it's not the jokes. It's to talk about the game of basketball, right? Celebrate it, praise it, criticize it, whatever, but the game of basketball. And we know how hard it is to even be an NBA player, let alone one of the 450, and let alone the ones you're talking about, right? The ones you're talking about are not the number 450. We ain't, other than Shaq and the Fool, we're not talking about 450. We talking about number 4 and number 5, right? We talking the top 5. We talking the big dogs, big teams. And when that gets met with so much criticism, which way is up? And I think I learned that when you start listening to people who tell jokes. The best joke tellers, storytellers, the ones who really make you laugh, actually have it based in reality, right? They're not over there just leading with the joke and you're like, no, that don't even make sense. It's hard to laugh when it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense to always feel like the best show is criticizing one of the hardest sports to play and the one we celebrate. Just doesn't add up.
Like, that was one of the best games of the year. Everybody was playing. Nobody was sitting. It went to overtime.
Free throw caught it himself and tied the game.
Tied the game. Insane. And then Luka hit a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
And, I just... You watch the World Baseball Classic, and that's, it's not an exhibition, but it's not the Olympics. It's a created thing, and I'm going to talk more about that in a second. And everyone involved in the broadcast is so excited about it and so happy about it. And I just wish there was more of that from my favorite sports show ever.
Yeah, I gotta lean with you there. And I tell you why. It's not so much that I want them to go up there and sell apple pies and Girl Scout cookies. Trust me, I wouldn't watch it. Keep it real, keep it who you guys are, but at the same time, we can remix this formula. The formulation is a little off. Let's say this. Who am I to say this? I can tell you why it's off. Because everything related to the NFL, including when they have the NFL, flag football, Tom Brady, Fox Presents, we always are okay, Now, we can criticize it all we want. That's why I'm saying they can criticize. It's just everything is kind of held in this high esteem, right? He just talked about the World Baseball, and we don't even hold baseball to those high standards. But when they got an offshoot, we're like, oh, okay, let's check it out. But look at the offshoots of the NBA. Look how the AAU is talked about. Yuck. What? That's your farm system. That's your baby feeders. That's where they coming from. Versus the NFL with flag football. Psh, I dare you to talk about them little itty bitties out there. They not playing football. That ain't football, running around and just getting your flag pulled. You ain't hitting nobody. They don't do that. It's almost like the NFL is like, look, we big brother. We're daddy. Forget big brother. We daddy. Ain't nobody talking about our son. But the NBA, let everybody talk about their kids. AAU, you suck. And I just think it's coming from the top down. It's kind of weird.
And so I'm not talking shit, and I don't want this we won't clip this and send this out, but it could be. I'm saying it. I will stand by what I'm saying. I would like it to be put in full context, but it's just a bummer when it seems like some of your favorite people to watch don't like what they're watching.
Yeah.
And
do you think there's like a little bit of? I saw Jokic talking about jealousy and stuff with like the ex-NBA players. Do you think that like with social media and stuff is so televised that like maybe people are upset that they didn't play in a certain era?
Yeah, it is. You do see more from the NBA than any other sport of the guys
ripping the
talking about
dudes.
How their era was the better era.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long on the Fox NFL pregame being like, none of these guys could cut it in the 70s or 80s. It's not what it is. It's a celebration of the games.
That's interesting. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he right there. I will say this. The money is weird. I think that's not just a jealousy conversation. And frankly, I don't really think it is. Because in the NFL, I always tell my same Joey Bosa story. We've seen guys leapfrog us in terms of money as well. And we don't go back and say, oh, they couldn't cut it in our era or this era is, soft like that. People try to go there every now and then. I did remember Brady saying it's a little different animal. But it's true because they changed the rules as they did in the NBA. So things are kind of parallel, congruent. They changed the rules. Things are easier. Okay, you can call it soft if you want. Whatever. They're trying to protect the asset because now they're making 3-4x what they did back in the day. Got to remember, in the NBA in the 80s, Magic Johnson set the record, 25-year, $25 million. Then in the 90s, the best player ever, certainly then, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, is getting 1-year deals for $30 million. And we like, whoa, that's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing he got $30 million. It's not amazing he didn't get security. He got 1 year. That was Michael Jordan taking 1-year deals just to get that security, just to get that bump like he deserved. Crazy. And now these cats are getting, they making $70 million a year. Some maybe almost close to 80. So everybody's seen the bump to 2, 3, 4X. My Joey Bosa story. Joey Bosa had 29 sacks, they said, when he got signed with the Chargers. Same team I played for, same NFL. Except I got 40. He got 123. Same numbers, except same number. It's crazy, right? No jealousy. We're just like, yeah, that's the way the game goes. You stand on the shoulders of those before you. Simple as that. I don't think it's a jealousy conversation about the money. What I think in the NBA is a little different than the NFL is the fact that when you look at it, NFL, we looking at our stats and stuff, we're marketed as teams. We're marketed as a uniform, like a uniform league. No one's bigger than the Shield. The NBA, they be trying to make them dudes, who's the next face, who's the next superstar, like all that thirst for that, you propping everybody up. So everybody starts to get ultra competitive. That's part of it, right? But league-wide and just from the top, it doesn't seem like they have a handle on their messaging the same. I'll give you an example. In the NBA, open sourcing in terms of like running clips forever on social media. That's why NBA social was going crazy, right? I don't know if the numbers were trumping the NFL, but way too close, right? And then all of a sudden, NFL is like, we're not going to really loosen that up, but at the same time, hey, good job over there. But what it comes with that is everybody, it's open fodder, open season on the NBA. That's a little different. You look at the money from back then, and I think the real issue is the gap has closed. Maybe that's what guys are feeling as well. Remember when you growing up, at least for me, growing up, I want to play basketball. Why? Because they make money. It was baseball first, but nobody could play. So we were like, baseball first, basketball, then football. Now, let's be real. Football closed the gap. It hasn't caught up fully. Like, we got $60-some million dudes in there, but it's still some 70s out there for basketball. And baseball, I think, is in the same 70 per year, whatever. But the gap is closed. Football used to make pennies. Football dudes used to have 2 jobs, working at the post office and playing linebacker. They don't do that no more. So I don't know. I think it's a conflation of all the things. It's the fact that the gap has closed, because it used to be walk around as a basketball player. It was like, nobody else is like us. Nah. 2, it's the fact that, man, these cats are making this money and it's easier to make it. And also, they're just a little reckless with the rhetoric. It just is. Just the way the sport has always been. We prop up individuals, and this is kind of the consequence that comes from it. But beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Thought it was a fascinating topic, and Nick handled it well. He didn't even put this clip out. I went and dug for it. I found it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that wasn't enough? Y'all want some more? Well, check out the link in my bio. Hydration Situation Live. Blah, blah, blah. Discipline isn't complicated. It's daily. And I'm starting a 30-day hydration challenge, and I want you in. This isn't some crazy reset. It's simple. Hydrate every day, move your body, build one habit, and stick to it for 30 days. If you've been falling off, this is your reset. This is what I'm using during the challenge. Vinia Blood Flow Hydration. It's a 2-in-1 hydration solution. Premium electrolytes plus the power of Vinia for better blood flow. Better blood flow helps move hydration and nutrients exactly where your body needs it. That means better electrolyte delivery, more physical energy, and more mental alertness during the day. This is how I'm upgrading my hydration. The challenge is free. You just register through the link. And when you sign up, you get 20% off Vinia Hydration. And just for showing up, there'll be daily prizes, weekly prizes, over $10,000 in grand prizes. One simple habit, 30 days. Join the challenge with me. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I believe the
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so